Hi, Courtney. Let me go over here and read out the question you've asked me to answer about what I've done in the game. Courtney has asked me, what is one move that you can claim as your idea that enabled you to make it to the finals? My gosh, I need some new glasses. So, what is something that was my idea? Wow, Courtney. Okay, Courtney and I didn't do a lot of game talk when we were in the same tribe in the beginning of this game. But as time went along, we were on the original Fortuna tribe, and then swaps occurred, and then we're back together again. First, I've got to kind of give you some ammo on how I'm going to answer this question. To make a long story short, Fortuna was winning, and then I found out I was through the grapevine that I was up on the first vote, me or Sherry, who went out sick with bad health, and that was so unfortunate to lose a good player like her. So I knew I was at the bottom when I really thought I was bonded with people. Still, Courtney and you and I were not doing a whole lot of game talk and messages. We were kind of short and sweet. You weren't on a lot like when I was on, and so forth and so on. So to answer your question, as the game progressed, I found out that the girls were at the bottom. Yet they were saying they thought that you were probably in a threesome with, I believe it's completely hearsay, Joe and Trey. And then Joe and Trey were paired together, which they weren't just paired together, they were together because they wanted to be. So I found that I was at the bottom. And then the big Simon deal went down when he left Swearty and came over and voted with us. And then what happened is, I already knew I was at the bottom. A vote went down, and a vote got thrown on Simon, which turns out to be when the Idol was play, and Caleb is the one who threw the vote on Simon. But Simon ran around to everybody screaming and hollering, you can't trust Glow, you can't trust Glow. So I'd kind of been low-key, lucky to be here, had fought for my life with Julian and all kinds of stuff going on, Courtney. And that was it. The game started clicking for me right then. That pissed me off when he called me out. I knew that Caleb had thrown that vote with that Idol play, but I wasn't going to throw him under the bus. And I screamed to everybody that I did not vote for Simon. But after he did what he did behind my back with everybody, predominantly Fortuna, but it got through the grapevine on the other side too, on Suerte, he was mine. There was no way I wanted him in the game. He was still buddies with a few over there on Suerte. He wasn't as loyal. He was making every single one of us, or so I felt, like we could trust him, and he was naming a few here and there that he'd like to go to the final three with, and he made you feel like he was your best friend. Well, you can't be my best friend, and then because you get one little vote, turn on me and blame it on me when I didn't do it. So I jumped on that, and I let everybody know how I felt. Well, a lot of people, not every single person, but I let people know when I was trying to defend myself that I wasn't after him, hadn't done anything to him, and he cut me off. Then he influenced or said things where all of y'all thought you couldn't trust me, and y'all wouldn't let me know the true vote or what you wanted to do because you thought I was with Suerte. I was never with Suerte. I was still with y'all at that time, but I started playing my own game. I was going to vote the way I wanted. Had I agreed with your votes, had you trusted me, I wouldn't have blew it by running over like like many players in this game have done, and have blown your information as long as I was going to be okay. But that didn't work either. Suerte thought they might have me. They weren't sure they had me. Y'all didn't really make me feel wanted or loved. And I became a loner, and I started doing what I wanted to do. But I wasn't going to throw your names out. unless somebody threw my name out, and just one person telling me something is not enough. So I started playing my own game, Courtney, and Simon was mine, and I had put it out there, and some other people said, "Are you ready?" I said, "I've been ready." So I was full force ahead that Simon had to go, and he did, which would have never happened probably when it did had he not thrown me under the bus and all of y'all treated me the way it went. So then we have some other votes I was involved in and Holly agreed with. I don't think Daniel would have gone on the vote that he did had he not flipped out and showed all his emotional side, and I was all for that, and I was a part of that. I can't remember if I was truly a part of the Austin vote or not, but Austin started the game saying that me and him would have problems, and I heard it from several people. I never threw Austin under the bus, and I think I was part of that vote, but that one, Courtney, don't hold me to. I knew that Caleb had the idol. I knew that Caleb was going to throw somebody's name out, and I knew it was going to be Trey, and I was the other vote for Trey, because Trey made me feel loved, but he had messaged me that my name had come up a vote and or the next one, and I knew it was going to be that vote. I knew that the idol was going to be played. I knew that Caleb had it. I knew nobody else in the game knew it. If they did, it had to be just one other person, but I don't feel like anybody knew it but me, and Trey went home. I was a big part of that. Okay, Papa, I think during the Julian vote, we had an agreement that he wouldn't vote for me and I wouldn't vote for him to the final 8, but I was finding that he could look you straight in the face, that he had been part of my name being mentioned with others before. He'd gotten back to me, so I couldn't honor that agreement. So I was part of that, and talks and everything. But the one that I've really gone after are Simon and Jonathan. They were full force ahead. People knew I wanted them out. Jonathan made it well known through a lot of the game that he wanted me to go, and then he started showing it and messaging people. They were all saying, "Oh my God, Glo, he wants you to go." You had to see the messages. I was getting it from 3 or 4 people. I don't know who they were now. So Jonathan had to go, and I went full force ahead. And Jonathan, yes, you went home because of Glo, and some others that were involved in the vote too. I don't know if they think they're going to spearhead it, but I feel like I spearheaded the vote because they wanted to save themselves, so why not take you out? And your Jonathan's buddy, Joseph, lost his mind on me, had arguments with me. I thought I was in a final 3 with him and Caleb. I'm talking about further in the game. I'm not talking about prior commitments we had that got voted out. So, then we get down to the Joe vote. Me and Caleb went back and forth on this. I wasn't quite sure. I thought I was going to agree not to vote Joe. And then me and Caleb, we had a heart-to-heart, so together we both decided, not just me, that Joe had to go. Then I remember the vote where everybody wanted to take Caleb out. And they thought that Caleb or Joseph had the idol. I can't even remember who was in the game when this happened. But I knew exactly what I was going to do because I won immunity. I had found the idol, and nobody was going to take my buddy Caleb out because he had saved me with an idol. So, I can't even remember who we took out because of me doing that. Goodness gracious. I think it was Warren. But Courtney, I need to be straight up with you. I was never after you. But to your face, you need to know, on that vote when you went home, all the guys were going to take you out, and then you were going to turn on Warren. Guess what? I was going to vote with you and Warren. Until you said, and I never told him, till after the fact, I never blew, in case you had something else going on, that you were going to vote for Warren, but I understood you did that vote thinking what you were told was going to happen. The guys went after you. There was nothing I could have done about it. So when you were going to turn on Warren, that's when I gave you a vote. And I need to tell you and be straightforward and tell you that I did. But I didn't turn on you until you said that. And it's not that I turned on you, but there was nothing that was going to probably save you. Because I couldn't trust any of those guys to tell us the truth who they were going to really vote for either. I've been thrown under the bus. I've had a lot of arguments. People put stuff on me that I wasn't guilty of. Some of y'all, I'm not trying to single you out or where you are because nobody believed me. I tried to make big moves on big players, like trying to get Amanda for a vote. You need to talk to her. She wouldn't do it. She's gone because of it. I had nothing to do with Amanda going. I thought Amanda and you and I might try to get together in a 3-girl alliance, and I was going to try to bring Caleb in. I was loyal to some alliances that I thought I was going to have. Like, I thought it was going to be the Teacher's Lounge. Yeah. Joe and Trey were up each other's boat. But you weren't on enough. We never bonded enough. We never did each other wrong, though. We were honest there. I've played a very hard game and behind the scenes had to suck up in a lot of conversations to a lot of bullshit that was said to me. So my moves came in the game when I needed it most. But I was playing the whole time behind the scenes. Being friendly, being sociable, doing the best I could. Tried to participate. Tried to do the best I could in challenges. I won 2 or 3 challenges. Don't hold me to that. I think 2. Maybe 3. I don't even know. So I've played this game harder than people are going to give me credit for. Most of the guys are going to vote for the best friends. I hope you'll take it upon yourself to give me your vote that I made the moves when I could. With these players, it was hard for us to do what we wanted to do because everybody played like they were so true to Fortuna. I think me, you, and Amanda tried to do that, but I don't think the guys ever did. We were used to a vote to get further in the game for them, and then they had us on their to-do list to go 1, 2, 3. I tried to get Amanda to make moves a couple times sooner. She wouldn't do it. So I'm going to take the credit for trying, but you can't do it if nobody's going to participate. I never flipped to what you call either side. I talked to both. I took the information from who gave me what. I didn't blow what they gave me. I didn't blow anything for Fortuna. And because of the predicament I was put in because of being left out of a lot of stuff, I've had to fight harder than just about anybody. There's other people that have fought harder too. I had to gain the trust of Warren. I had to hear the bullshit from most of the players that were on Fortuna that were males. I had to hear the shit about my name that Austin put out further back in the game. I was up for the first vote with Sherry. So since day one, my name has been thrown out a lot. I made my moves with everybody, and then I made my moves on Simon and Jonathan. They belong to me. I don't know what the others are going to say. That's what I wanted. They put my name out there. They made it obvious. They made me feel like I was, what was that called, a floater by Jonathan? Like, really? I've never floated through this game. I've fought as hard as I could and tried to reach out to everybody. I hope I get your vote. Sorry it was so damn long. I think it's because I've been so aggravated, Courtney. Forgive me. I hated to see you go.